On June 18th, in front of a sold-out crowd at BC Place in Vancouver, Canada put 6 goals past Qatar without reply. 6. A hat-trick, 2 red cards, a historic first, and one of the loudest stadiums of the entire tournament. And somehow, the rest of the football world barely noticed. Welcome back. Today we are breaking down Canada's stunning 6-0 demolition of Qatar at the 2026 World Cup, a result that made history for Canadian football and sent a very clear message to the rest of Group B. This was not just a big win, this was the moment Canada announced themselves as a real force at their very own home World Cup. Let's set the scene. Canada came into this match having drawn their opener against Bosnia and Herzegovina. They needed a statement. What they got was Jonathan David. The Canadian striker, one of the most prolific forwards in European football, delivered a hat-trick that tore Qatar apart. Cyle Larin opened the scoring in the 16th minute, then David took over, scoring in the 29th on the stroke of half-time and adding a 4th in injury time at the end of the match. Nathan Saliba added a 5th, and an own goal completed the rout. Qatar, who had 2 players sent off during the match, were overwhelmed from start to finish. Here is the part that makes this result truly historic. Canada had never won a single match at a men's World Cup before this game, not one. Their previous appearances at the tournament in 1986 ended in 3 defeats and 0 goals scored. 40 years later, as a co-host nation in front of their own fans, they did not just win their first World Cup match, they won it by 6 goals, with a hat-trick from one of football's most in-demand strikers. It was also a bittersweet night as midfielder Ismail Kone suffered a heartbreaking injury during the match, casting a shadow over an otherwise extraordinary evening for Canadian football. Canada's journey to this moment is one of the great stories in CONCACAF football history. Just over a decade ago, this was a program that struggled to qualify for anything. Through years of player development, a generational talent pipeline, and a renewed football culture driven by players like David, Alphonso Davies, and others making their names in Europe's top leagues, Canada has transformed into a genuine contender. A 6-0 win on home soil is not just a result, it is proof that the transformation is real. Canada now sit at the top of Group B with 4 points on the verge of the knockout stage. The noise inside BC Place that afternoon was unlike anything Canadian football had ever produced, and the rest of the World Cup field would do well to start paying attention. If this story surprised you, subscribe for more World Cup breakdowns you might have missed, and let us know in the comments, how far do you think Canada can go in this tournament?